Hello, my dear students. I'm going to continuing the preparation of benzene. In the previous classes, we understood preparation of benzene by various methods. So now I'm going to continue that. The next method of preparation of benzene is using Grignard reagent. Dear students, you are familiar with the Grignard reagents. That is, if any haloalkane or aryl halides so react with magnesium. This is alkaline earth metals, belongs to S group. So in the presence of dry ether, it's going to give a new compound, that is RMgX. So this new compound is called as Grignard reagent, that is alkyl magnesium halide. If it is chlorine, alkyl magnesium chlorine. So suppose if it is chloromethane, this is chloromethane. At that moment, this is methyl magnesium bromide. So you write the reaction by taking methyl chloride, ethyl chloride, and propyl chloride, and you prepare the Grignard reagent. So now we are going to prepare benzene. For that, I am going to take one haloalkane, that is one aryl halide, that is I am going to take bromobenzene. When this bromobenzene react with magnesium in dry ether as a solvent, here we are not prefer water as a solvent, we are prefer dry ether. You know very well. So usually we are going to store alkali and alkaline earth metals, especially alkali metals, in kerosene, in inert solvent, because in aqueous medium, in atmosphere, they vigorously react. That's why in order to store these alkaline and alkaline metal, we are prefer kerosene, we are prefer dry ether. Why? Because in dry ether this is not going to react. That's why we are going to carry out reaction in dry ether instead of water. There it is highly reactive. So when this bromobenzene react with magnesium powder in the presence of dry ether as a solvent, it gives so phenyl magnesium bromide. So this is magnesium bromide, phenyl magnesium bromide. And this phenyl magnesium bromide further undergo oxidation. It gives magnesium bromide phenolate. That is one oxygen it is introduced. It becomes OMgR. First it forms MgBr, then becomes OMgBr. It gives magnesium bromide phenolate. Then next, so it undergo hydrolysis. So on hydrolysis of this compound, it gives phenol. So on hydrolysis, what happens? It gives hydrogen is added to oxygen and OH group added to. So this magnesium, this right side, it form so magnesium hydroxybromide plus it gives phenol. So this is a one method through which we can prepare phenol. Then this phenol, we discussed in the previous class that if you have phenol, further this phenol undergo reduction in the presence of zinc. That means if you heat this phenol in the zinc dust, so this zinc act as a reducing agent, so you are going to get benzene. So this zinc can take up the oxygen which is present in the phenol, and so it becomes zinc oxide, and the hydrogen which is remain in the benzene ring, and it gives benzene. This is how we can prepare benzene by using Grignard reagent. Dear students, like that you can prepare any alkanes, that is alkanes and aromatic hydrocarbons by using these Grignard reagent. So here we are not going to prepare Grignard reagent earlier. So inside to preparation, that is we are going to prepare so whenever it is required. So here we are going to take, you can take chlorobenzene, you can take iodobenzene, but here I took bromobenzene. It reacts with magnesium in dry ether. This is very important. It gives phenyl magnesium bromide. Further it undergo oxidation. So it gives bromide phenolate, and hydrolysis it gives phenol. Phenol again undergo on heating with zinc metal powder. So zinc is a very good reducing agent. So it gives benzene. So this is the preparation of benzene by using this Grignard reagent. Now let us look at the glimpse of all the preparation in one slide. So this is the benzene. You please remember this. We can prepare benzene from acetylene. Acetylene, or it undergo cyclic polymerization on heating in a tube, red hot tube. On passing the ethylene or red hot tube, so it undergoes cyclic polymerization, it gives benzene. And we can prepare benzene by using benzoic acid. So on heating benzoic acid with soda lime, so you are going to get this benzene. And we can also prepare this benzene by using this phthalic acid, by using isophthalic acid, by using tetraphthalic acid. And another method, so this is phenol. So when this phenol, just now we discussed, heating with zinc dust, so it is gives benzene. And similarly, this is another method, that is benzene diazonium salt is on react with phosphorus acid in water, also it gives benzene. This is a new method we are not discussed. This is another method. There we discussed benzene diazonium chloride treated with cuprous chloride, cuprous bromide in the presence of HCl and hydrogen bromide. It gives the corresponding chlorobenzene and bromobenzene. But here also we can prepare benzene. So on heating this benzene diazonium salt with phosphorus acid with water. So these are the different methods of preparation of benzene. So now let us see its chemical properties, that is reactivity of benzene. You know, dear students, so benzene is an example for unsaturated compound. You know the difference between saturated and unsaturated compound. Saturated compound is one, it contains only single bond, example alkanes. And unsaturated compounds, alkenes and alkynes. So benzene is a very good example for unsaturated compound. It contains 3 double bond. These are located in alternative position of the ring. So benzene is a reactive, but the one important thing here is benzene is a reactive compound due to presence of these pi electron, but it do not undergo addition reaction. You know, addition reaction means if two reactant molecule combine to give only one product, this is called as addition reaction. But benzene do not give addition reaction. In the laboratory, what we are going to do is, in order to detect the presence of unsaturation in a molecule or the presence of double bond or triple bond in a molecule, usually we are going to do one test, that is bromine water test or KMNO4 test. You know, bromine water is also color, KMNO4 is these are color reagent. These colored reagent, for example bromine water, which is brown in color, if you add bromine water to the solution of a sample which is containing unsaturated compound, the color of the bromine water get disappeared. Why? Because their double bond is react with the bromine and double bond nature is very such, it becomes single bonded compound. It's going to lose its unsaturation. The double bond is going to rupture in this reaction. But if you add bromine water to the benzene solution, benzene do not show the reactions. Even though it has unsaturation due to presence of 3 unpaired electron, there we cannot expect the decolorization of bromine water. That is, bromine water does not turn colorless. So with benzene, there is some exception. That is, bromine water test, it is a standard test we are going to use it in the laboratory to identify the unsaturation. That is, we just add the sample to the bromine water and the bromine water get decolorized. Why they are decolorized? Because all the compounds except benzene and benzenoids do not undergo any reaction. Here benzene do not give reaction with bromine water because it do not undergo addition reaction. Why it do not undergo addition reaction? You just look at the structure. Benzene has alternative double bond, and the position of alternate double bond is not fixed. The position is varies. Why? Due to resonance. You know, this double bond shifts here, and this double bond shifts here, and this double bond shifts here. As a result, wow, so you are going to get a new structure. In the new structure you can found the bond which is present, so in an alternative position. So this is the new structure. These two structure differ only by its position of electrons. Even though they are containing same number of carbon and hydrogen, their electronic structure is different. This is known as resonance structure, the resonance structure of a compound. So due to presence of resonance in the benzene ring, so these pi electrons are not available for reactions. So these electrons are delocalized in the ring. These electrons are delocalizing. Localized means they are fixed in one particular place. They are static in nature. But if you take the CH2 double bond CH, CH, if you take these compound, so these electrons are somewhat localized. So resonance is difficult in this case. Resonance is possible, but it is less. But here, due to it is a cyclic compound, and this double bond present in alternative position, so that's why it undergo resonance. And instead of electron which is involving in reacting with other species, so in the benzene they are involved in resonance, that is delocalization. They are moving within the ring. Because of that, these electrons are not available to the reactant. That's why the benzene going to resist addition reaction, because suppose if it is undergo addition reaction, it's going to lose its aromaticity. So aromaticity, it gives extra stability to the benzene. So this extra stability doesn't going to lose its extra stability, it's going to retain its extra stability. So because of its stable nature, it is not reactive towards addition reaction. Dear students, benzene is highly reactive, but we are discussing is addition reactions. So benzene do not undergo addition reactions very easily. Under extreme condition it may undergo, but under normal condition usually these benzene do not undergo addition reaction because of its stability. Stability is due to aromaticity. Aromaticity is due to it obeys Huckel's rule, and electrons are delocalizing. But benzene undergo substitution reaction, and at extreme condition it undergo addition reaction, which we are going to discuss in the coming classes, and it also undergo oxidation reaction. So benzene undergoes substitution reaction. You know the meaning of substitution reaction, that is one species substitute an atom or an ion in a molecule. So this is called as substitution reaction. There are three kinds of substitution reaction. One is nucleophilic substitution reaction, electrophilic substitution reaction, and free radical substitution reaction. Dear student, in the previous semester, in the fundamentals of organic chemistry, we understood the meaning of nucleophile, electrophile, and free radical. We also understood the stability of these compounds, nucleophile, electrophile, meaning stability, and various reactions of nucleophile, electrophile, free radical. So that is very essential to understand the concept which you are going to study in the higher semester. That's why go through the basics. There are three kinds of substitution reaction. One is based on the intermediate we are classifying these. One is nucleophile, electrophile, and free radical reaction. So in this chapter we are going to discuss electrophilic substitution reactions of benzene. So now let us discuss electrophilic substitution reaction in the next class.